so I stopped being lazy. Yeah, and I became creative. And I learned how to create it. And now that pride's for me. So come see. Oh, come eat.
This is a story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. Welcome to the Silver Lining rapid reaction to the Falcons' 26-24 victory over the New Orleans Saints. As you see, I got my special guest with me as usual. Cam Turner, say hi to the folks, Cam.
What's good, people? It's a good day. I got my jersey on, ready to throw back with the boys. Dirty Bird, you know how we doing. You know how we feel. You know what it is.
Yeah, man. See, I'm so happy we got to do a rapid reaction with me and Cam because we in two different places. Cam is excited. I love how excited he is. I'm over here. That shit. I'm mad. I'm like, man, these boys just don't want to do what's good for my heart.
Oh,
They don't
absolutely.
want they don't want to make me do what's good for my liver. I was kind of hungover this morning. And after that game, I'm like, nah, fuck that. I need one drink. I'm like, these boys here. Like, and then it's always that part where you're getting relaxed and you think, all right, if we just make this play it's in the bag. And then we don't make them plays.
We were one touchdown away the whole game.
Oh, bro, if we just got a touchdown.
Just
we'll
one.
Put this thing away. One. And then that ended happen, and we got the ball back with a minute. And we knew it might have been enough time. I was thinking maybe they should have just olayed and let them score. And we would have had.
I knew what they were doing. They were like, "We gonna milk this clock."
Yeah, honestly,
and we drink the Kool-Aid.
The only reason they didn't milk that last touchdown, the touchdown they did score, because they was like, "All right, now let's not play too crazy.
Yeah,
let's not put all the marbles on fourth down and then fuck around and get a bad snap, and then they lose the game." That would be so embarrassing for them niggas to lose like that. But that would just be such a that would be almost Falcon-esque right there. But yeah, man, fuck the Saints. FTS. We got them back up all time in the all-time series as we should be. It didn't always look pretty, but damn, they found ways, man.
Hey, always right in the world, baby. Was it 55-55 before the game?
56 all, I think. I could be wrong. No, I think you're right. 55-55. And we just got up 56. Yo.
With the new career long, with his best Jeezy impression. Last time we checked, he was the man of these streets. And he was.
Look, it was a lot of things that happened in this game. That is just so where do we start? Let's talk about the offense, because I'm not gonna lie. I think I want to end it on a more positive note. I was a little disappointed with the offense today. We didn't score an offensive touchdown. Even on that game-winning drive, we just got the one penalty, kind of. We just got that big penalty, and that was basically the only yards we got on that drive. Cool. Really pulled the game out the fire.
Zach Robinson in that play calling, and don't get me wrong, if he hit on those throws, it's a whole different tune.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
The whole mindset of it, I'm like, dog.
That play.
All we need is a field goal to win this game, dog. And he's like, I'm going for a touchdown. I'm going for it. I'm like, dog, just 10, 15 yards, hell, 5 yards. We can do 5-yard outs.
No, I think they were trying to manage the clock. I think what was happening was they were like, yo, if we're going to, throw this ball, it need to be deep downfield, and it need to be they probably think they want it to be towards the sideline. 2, they wanted to be towards an area of the sideline that might not be being guarded as well, right? Because they're like, hey, man, the worst case scenario is we complete a 5-yard pass and get tackled in bounds.
Yeah.
We get no yards, and we get tackled, and we losing clock. You know what I'm saying? But I think on that play he overthrew Mooney, it looked like Mooney slowed down. Now, I'm not saying Kirk would, he still didn't overthrow him, but Mooney definitely did not run that route out. Another issue I'm starting to see on the offense is it seems like people is not open. The protection was good today.
Protection was great, man.
The protection held up. Backup center, backup O-line, backup right tackle, no problem.
And then hell, even Algier in the second half, he earned those carries because
Yeah,
man,
Algier was physical, bro.
He was
Algier
getting
was
way
physical.
more touches than Bijan, and he earned, and rightfully so,
It's hard to
considering.
take Algier out sometimes because he does have something Bijan don't have in his game. Like he just more physical. It's harder. Like once Bijan don't really run through contact as well as I would hope. He's not like a little guy. That's why I hope he's a little better at that. But like Algier just thicker and fuller, and it's just harder for guys to wrap him up as opposed to Bijan. And because it was on that one play, I can't remember. Was it a third down run? I mean, a third down catch where he was clearly stopped, and then he just plowed through
Oh yeah, dude, trying to make
Alontae Taylor, and then another one, and then he just got a first down. I'm
Yeah.
like, boy, this is what the whole reason you keep giving Tyler touches, even when you want to work more through Bijan. Because like Tyler gonna know what to do with him.
You
know
need
what I'm
that
saying?
thunder with that lightning. Like you will always need that combination.
Yeah, man.
You need a thumper at running back, and when you come against Algier, sometimes you got to make a business decision.
Yeah.
and sometimes that's going to lead to more first downs for us.
Like he hit Alontae on the shoulder. Alontae had to come out the game. I'm like, damn, you on defense, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of defense, though, all right, let's finish talking about the offense because I actually, even though the defense gave up 24 points, they gave up that last drive. And they had that rough beginning. I think I'm a little more positive about them than I am on the offense, and not just because of the turnovers, but as far as the offense, though, the offense ain't there yet, man. I knew we was gonna take a step back in the run game because we ain't got Caleb. Caleb is probably our second best run blocker after Chris Lindstrom, and then Dahlman probably the third best. So you missing two of your top three run blockers to the one side. Basically, you anything to the right ain't good. The referees, man, I don't know what the hell their problem was today, but they. Like the Falcons definitely played against the Saints and the refs. Like I'm like, yo, bro, did the refs have some bread on this game or something? And I'm not a complaint about the ref guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Like and if anybody who watched my previous ones about the Chiefs, I ain't give a finna about that pass interference against Pitts. I didn't really bring that up because I'm like, it was a pass interference. It would have probably changed the outcome of that game. But it's a lot of things about how that last drive and then the drive after that went that I'm like, I'm more focused on that. But in this game, I'm just like, yo, what is the referee's problem? Like that hold on Jake Matthews on that touchdown that got called back. That was like, what was that? And then there was another play.
You couldn't even really call that one. That was
like,
the most
I'm just like, damn.
And then they wanted to give us back. They wanted to give us one back with the pass interference at the end. Granted, it was egregious pass interference, so you had
no, they didn't give us that. Like that dude, it was a true call. Like that would have been like, yo, man, like that's some shit make you stop watching football. Like you like, hey, if y'all just gonna tank the game like this and let it be called like this, like I'm like, them refs got to get fired if they call the way. Like what? How many penalties did the Saints have? Saints had like 2-3 penalties. We had like almost 100 yards worth of penalties. Although no, they last third penalty did give them a bunch of yards. So that was the one on the drive. But there was also another time I saw in the first half, Kurt get clobbered in the face on an incompletion, and I'm like, so ref,
we're not gonna call that.
Like it was pretty obvious. Like sometimes I'm like, all right, when I'm watching it on replay. It's obvious, but then it's like, all right, seeing it live. But I'm like, nah, bro, you see that face mask do that thing from when a guy get hit. And I'm like, all right, Eros. But then it's cool if you call it like that. I don't have no problem with them missing calls or whatever. But then it seemed like when it's the other way around, we ain't seeing that. Like that what the hell is that penalty against Judon? You remember the one I'm talking about? The personal foul?
Oh my God, yeah.
Like what? I'm like, that dude looked like he hammed the hell up out of that contact. Like he just felt it and then flopped forward and the referee called. I'm like, oh my God.
That shit like a soccer flop.
Bruh, I'm just like, get your big ass up. You know damn well. Like he totally saw Judon and then like when Judon touched him, he flopped and the ref took the cheese and I'm like, oh my God. Offense still had a hard time running the ball. Like I said, guys not getting open, and some of that's on the guys. But I'm putting some of that on Zach too. I'm like, come on, Zach,
See,
bro. You're not scheming, like you're not scheming them open either. You know what I'm
come
saying?
second half, I liked what I saw. We were able to move the ball, and aside from that
Yeah.
forced pass holding call, that should have been a touchdown. That should have
Uh-huh.
been a touchdown. So aside from that, we were able to move the ball. Granted, I agree with what you said in the sense that we need to scheme some routes to get more people open, primarily our star guys like Kyle Pitts. Like he was a non-factor today, and
Yo, man.
I thought he would be an X factor. He was, so I don't know if I'm starting to think if like is it him? Is it Zach Robinson? Like granted, our offense hasn't clicked yet, and I know it's still early, and I know it's going to get there, but man,
I don't think Zach know how to call offense for a tight end, bro. Because I'm just like one of the plays, he had Marshawn Lattimore on him, and I'm like, we shouldn't even have that matchup unless they put Lattimore on Pitts, not like you line him up in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to put Pitts on a mismatched guy. You want Pitts to have a linebacker or a safety on him. You know what I'm saying? And you want that guy to have to contend specifically with Pitts' speed. I'm like, I feel like I never see Pitts running deep crosses. Like something where maybe he ain't challenging their speed down the field, but he challenging their speed across the field. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, we not exploiting that at all. And we call a lot of screens, but the screen's not really set up. You know what I'm saying? They like almost all quick screens, and I'm just like even on that final drive, I was like, no, y'all did not start this clock on a 3-yard quick screen to Ray McCloud.
yeah,
Y'all did not start this drive and move the clock with no touchdowns for a 3-yard screen to Ray McCloud.
Not to Bijan, not to somebody
No,
faster.
I don't think you should be running the screen at all in that situation. But like, yeah.
But even
like,
if you are gonna run it, you're not even gonna give it to your shiftiest people. Granted, Ray shifty, but
yeah, he's shifty. But I'm like,
Bijan is right there.
I'm just like, that's not the guy I'm going to first. And then in that situation, given no time, I'm like, you got timeouts, you got time period, you got me. No timeouts, 1 minute left. Like, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like,
Young White definitely bailed special teams and the defense bailed out.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. Matter of fact, how long have we been on? We've been 12 minutes recording, 12 and a half minutes recording. Let's go ahead and talk about defense. I know you might be a little pressed for time, so we can talk about defense, right? So I'm gonna talk about the bad things I saw first because I got a lot of good things I want to say. So, especially in the first half, they had a hard time stopping the run. They had a hard time stopping the run. It was pretty disgusting at first. I also, we still don't get pressure with just 4, man. I'm a little disappointed with that. It was times where I felt like the line, even the defense was getting pushed back. I'm like, damn, it seemed like we didn't really get run stops or get pressure unless the coaches scheme that up. And to be fair, some of that I think was by design. I could tell that they wanted the corners and safeties to play off so that the Saints couldn't get explosive down the field. And so I'm getting some of that, but like they base so much of what they do off of that, and like the type of quarterback Carr can be disrupted so much by that. With Carr, he one of them quarterbacks who the reason why he was never going to be an elite quarterback is because he's a very special thrower of the ball as long as he gets to stand still with no pressure. But as soon as you get pressure in his face, pretty much everything special about him fly out the window. And like the drop off for him is pretty steep as opposed to like even a guy like Baker Mayfield, like with any quarterback, you get pressure on them, that their game gonna go down. But Baker, his drop off not as steep as Carr's. Carr, a whole different damn quarterback. But we didn't get pressure, and we kind of gave up some big plays on that last Saints scoring drive that put the game in that position in the first place. But once we get past those parts of the defense really bowed their backs a couple times. They did have times where they did take advantage of the matchups they had. They made a lot of adjustments I saw, and I really like that because we saw the Saints score 14 points in the first half.
Oh yeah, we adjusted in the second half. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, they scored
Even in
14.
the
Now
second quarter too.
they ended the game with with that last drive they scored. They ended the second half with 10, but really, they started out with a quick 14 on the first two drives, and then crickets until they got that field goal. Because we got to stop, and then we got a red zone stop against them, a 4-down red zone stop, and then we also got a turnover that I really enjoyed that turnover with Jadon because I felt like that was like all right, we see your game and we stopping that turnover. They just kept running them screens and it was pissing me off. But then I noticed that the Falcons was covering it and basically that play was caused because it was covered at first. So Carr had to try to side angle it and Jadon got his hand on it, batted that thing up, and Troy got it and he was too fast and he dipped on him. I wonder, is Troy all right? Do you know anything about Troy?
Troy looked good. Was he hurt at the end of the game?
He got hurt at some point at the end of the game, yeah.
I didn't even notice that. I thought he was fine.
No, he came out the game and he had that walk to him. That maybe he had a concussion walk because he had he had somebody holding under his arm, but he wasn't leaning on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like when you leaning on him, I'm like, oh, that's a leg. But when you just, I'm like, oh yeah, because he might have. And I think it was on a special teams tackle. It looked like he hit somebody and he hit him pretty hard. So he might not have a concussion, but he definitely rocked himself.
Okay, because I know at one point I saw him hold his groin. I thought he maybe had a groin thing, but he stayed in the game. So
yeah, I saw that too.
I hope he's okay. I hope it ain't nothing serious.
Yeah, man, because honestly,
he had a great game.
It was the best game of his career.
100%.
Like, even if you took the pick six away, it is still the best game of his career. He was like, his instincts are starting to catch on now. I think for the first time in his career, he's starting to become an NFL linebacker. He is, if we get him on, with his athleticism, I think that could be all right. Now you start seeing, all right, where we can get the pass rush from because we might got our linebacker that's gonna be that guy. You know what I'm saying? So we still got to figure out the pass rush. I think the thing I did like though was how the defense looked when they knew what it was gonna be a pass. On plays where they knew the Saints were gonna throw it, all of a sudden that D line was they were getting a little bit better. They was getting a little bit better. So to me that points to an issue we still have and where we still got to get more third and long situations. I think that's kind of what's making the pass rush look bad, that a lot of these situations is still 3rd and 7 or less. And so, they can't really just tee off. You know what I'm saying? We got to get a little more 3rd and longs and then, because yeah.
That's the one thing that's been concerning for me is that, especially in the first half, we tend to give up big plays or big chunks on 1st and 2nd down. That way, 3rd down is only 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, very manageable, and teams can just march down the field on us. That's something I've been noticing, and I'm like, it's nice to know we made some adjustments for that. It's nice to know we can game plan and adapt to whatever the other team is giving us, and that's what I was happy with about the defense. The defense is definitely going. They're like I said before, in earlier podcasts, the defense is going to have to be the tone setters. The defense is going to click before our offense does. The offense is good. There have been flashes, and there have been times today where I thought the offense looked very good, and we were able to move the ball. Offensive line, which is what I really wanted to see. Great pass protection today with 2 of our starters out.
Yeah.
And so even with that, man, I'm really liking the direction of the team. This game was very frustrating. Like you and I both said, why they gotta give us a heart attack? A heart attack you can't just win easy. We can't just get a comfortable dub. It's the Saints. It's a rivalry game, but still.
It's a rivalry game, but
it was one touchdown.
There was opportunities.
And there were opportunities, man. I'm just glad. Last year we would have lost this game. So even though we didn't,
we would have got smoked last year because Ritter would have been the quarterback.
Yeah. So even though we didn't look great, we still found a way to win. We didn't snatch defeat from the jaws of victor. We still found a way to close out. Youngway hit a career long field goal. I ain't happy. I'm happy about the dub, but like you said, there are things we can improve on.
Matter of fact, since I'm glad you brought up Young Wei because special teams, I think they deserve an honorable mention today. Normally we only talk about offense, defense. Young Wei cool, 4 made field goals, 2 from beyond 50, a career-long and stadium-long 58-yard game-winning field goal.
Looking like Money Matt out there.
Rashid Shaheed with the fumble, punt team with the recovery. You know what I'm saying? Touchdown. So just with special teams alone, they put up 19 points today. Thank special teams. And we're not even counting the PAT. Or I guess we are counting those, but yeah, special teams. They really carried the day. This is exactly one of those games where when they say special teams matters, yeah. Special teams carried the day today.
Hey, we found a way to win ugly, which is good.
Yeah, look, you got to win in all 3 phases. We didn't always do that, but we won big on special teams.
We did 2 out of 3. I'd say we won special teams and defense.
I don't know about that.
I'll give
well, no, they scored a touchdown. You almost always can say you at least got a stalemate when you scored a touchdown, unless like it was a track meet on your defense. And you know what? Maybe you're right, because you know what? They got a red zone stop
and a pick 6.
Right? Just like the 3rd week in a row? No. We didn't get a red zone stop against the Chiefs, right?
I don't think so.
Well, I know we definitely did against Philly. So yeah, red zone defense still looking pretty good. So we want to point that out. We want to point out the turnover.
We eliminated really any big plays.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, they got a couple, but nothing like they did them first 2 weeks of the year. That was the big thing. Like, I'm like, no, man, make them work, make them grind like everybody else got to grind. Y'all don't get none of that big. Nothing cheap, nothing deep. I think that's what they say.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie though, I see why that shit be frustrating. This defense would be a fucking bear to deal with if we was getting pressure. But since we don't get pressure, they keep attacking short. Yeah, they keep attacking the short, and then they keep running the ball. Like if we could stop the run with just 7, or if we could get pressure, either one of those will raise the defense another level. Either one.
We got to get some interior pressure, man. We got to.
Yeah, it's times where we get blown off the ball, and I'm blown away. Now they anchor down, they bow their backs a lot of times too, but like it was sometimes where like they get in that horseshoe shape, getting pushed right up the middle, and I'm trying to see who that is. I'm like, is that you, Yamada? Eddie Golden kind of had a good game though. 99, big 99 in the middle.
Oh, yeah, he played solid. He played solid as well.
I thought he had a solid game. Mike Hughes, bro, give him some. Well, that boy Mike Hughes has been a revelation. I was real concerned about that secondary corner spot. And we play mostly zone, so I knew it wasn't gonna be like, just a bunch of man up the whole way. But Hughes has been pleasant, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
I've enjoyed him. Like that man make all his tackles. You know what I'm saying? He physical with it too. And he's pretty decent in coverage too. So it's not like, he's a good tackler, but when the ball in the air, he slinks. And so Mike Hughes, again, just want to point him out. Man, Mooney not bad, bro. I like Mooney. I think that's a good one. But I mean, we got to figure it out on offense, man. Like,
yeah, we do.
I will say that though, one of the reasons I feel good to win this game is because apparently a bunch of people were saying that the Falcons shouldn't have gone forward on 4th down against the Chiefs. And I'm like, this game was a perfect example of what it's supposed to look like. What's supposed to happen is you get down there, you score, but if you don't score, the other team is pinned up against their goal line. So how they offense that they call in that situation, they're like, oh, I don't want to turn the ball over
Yeah.
on this side of the field with this kind of time left. So then they start calling it conservative. You get another stop, and then you go down there and score. And we just didn't close last week when we played the Chiefs. But this week the Saints closed, but thankfully got that penalty. And oh, Young show me the way, cool.
I'm
Them
trying to
pull
tell
that
you.
thing out for us. So there's that. But yeah, I think I'm a little underwhelmed by the offense. That's just the only negative I gotta say. The real negative. Like I had negatives with the defense, but I don't expect them to be a perfect product. And they doing good. They keeping us in games, and that's pretty much the main thing you can ask of your defense. But I felt like we did have that drive. They came back from hold for the hold on Jake. I thought that was BS. I thought the offense did a great job. So I'm still going ahead and point that out. I want to give them that up. Aside from that drive though, and maybe another drive because we did get close a couple times, but I think we still gotta pick it up. But to be fair though, I think it's fair to say now. I'm not, I think it's fair to say we played 4 good defenses in a row to start the year, right?
Oh, I think so too.
So we hadn't got no easy meals, but now the Eagles kind of got smacked around today. I didn't see the final score, but I know at some point it was 30-16, and they was and I'm like, well, maybe their defense ain't that good looking, but I don't know. But hey, bang zoom straight to Tampa Bay. Wait, do we play at Tampa or do we play at home?
It's at home. It's at home.
It's at home. All right, cool. So we got
That's
uh
time.
yeah, Thursday night. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get this one up today because I was like, yo, Thursday coming, gotta hurry up and get these things cranked out now.
Yes,
But
sir.
all right, so yeah, we got the Bucks Thursday. The Bucks did look good today, can't lie. They definitely made up for how bad they looked, and I ain't gonna lie, Denver looked pretty good today too, defensively. So I'm like, all right, well maybe that's why the Bucks only scored 7 points. Maybe Denver really is them. Like when we played Pittsburgh, it turned out Pittsburgh really is them. Um, but yeah, man, what you think? No, we'll worry about Tampa Bay later, man. We're just gonna go ahead and soak up this W. Enjoy the fact that we ain't had our Sunday ruined.
Hey man, it's 56-55. All is right in this world.
Hey, you almost called the score directly too. You said 27-24. It was 26-24. So
Hey man.
although I was mad because we was up 23-17, and if we put that touchdown on the board, now my score right. But oh man,
I
NFL
get to
plus.
go into work. I hybrid schedule, but this week I actually have to go into the office, and it's gonna feel nice not having to see all that Saints gear.
Oh man,
And I got a lot of Saints. I'm the only Falcons fan in my family.
yeah.
So I got bragging rights this week.
So yeah, I'm about to say you got some phone calls to make.
Oh, for sure. I'm making the rounds. I'm making my rounds.
Hey baby, FTS. Can't wait to create one of my thumbnails for this. If you enjoyed the content, please like, subscribe, join in on the conversation. I would love to hear comments and see comments when we talk about this, soak this up. Matter of fact, I got homework for everybody watching this tonight. I want you to find a Saint fan and tell them FTS. All right. Just. I don't care where you find them from. I don't care if you're in New Orleans. I don't care if you're at church. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're at the little park with the kids and shit. Just tell a Saint fan to get bent. All right.
Dirty bird in front of them. Either or, do something.
Yeah. There you
Let them
go.
know.
Well, let them know. Let them know they can eat a big one.
Let them know they always gonna be little bro.
That's right. Hey, little bro, give him one of those.
Yeah.
All right. Well, appreciate everybody for joining us. Thanks for joining me today, Cam. Have a good one. Peace. Signing out.
Yes, sir.